An Achilles heel is nothing more than a man's fear personified. That's a quote from Shakespeare. Shakespeare never said that shit. In today's video chat, we're going to be talking about UFC fighters who could be unstoppable, and then I'm going to name their Achilles heel, something they kind of just, they are missing, bro. They're lacking, and it kind of hurts me that they lack in stuff like this. It upsets me, man. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys fighters who I believe currently, who are still in the UFC today, who really could still be elite, or not, maybe not anymore because they missed their moments, they missed their pinnacle in their prime. But these fighters, it's just very upsetting that they could have been the GOAT. They literally could have went down as the greatest of all time, but like, nah, dude, I'm just going to go in there and just going to throw it all away because they have a major Achilles heel. So you're going to understand, the more I go through this video, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Without further ado, bro, let me show you fighters who could be unstoppable. They could be the GOATs of their division, etc., but they got a major Achilles heel. Starting off with the first guy I got, Michael Chandler, man. His Achilles heel is fight IQ. This guy fights like a buffoon. I feel like he doesn't fight to win. And I came up with my theory, like, after just watching some of his few fights, especially his most recent fight, dude, against Charles. It's like, why are you throwing... I don't want to get mad at this guy. Why are you throwing punches as if, like, you have no sense? Do you have control over your body and your limbs? If you do, cool. If you have control over yourself, why are you throwing looping, clooping punches, missing by missing by a mile and falling on your face? Why are you Dricus Duplessis maxing? Why are you trying to face plant off? Listen, he has every single thing like to make someone talented. Great power in his striking. He hurts everyone, damn near everyone he's ever fought. I swear he's had them hurt and compromised. Talented wrestler. He literally has the moments where he DC maxes, picks up people, walks them around, slams them on the head. It's crazy. He has the muscle milk building. He has a cowabunga black child. Dude, this guy has everything it takes to just be the best and never lose, but he throws it all away because he doesn't understand fighting. For someone who's been around for so long, you know what I'm saying, you would think, like, he's not new to MMA. I can see like a newer fighter coming on the scene. They're so new to the scene, they're just excited to get in there and they just do stupid shit and like make big mistakes. Bro, at your big age of almost 40, bro, why are you fighting like you have no sense, brother? Brother, what sense, brother? Who this guy, brother? You have to check his IQ, brother. I want to see his IQ test, and I want to see what he gets on his IQ test, just to make sure that I'm not trying to, like, because I'm not trying to be too rude. I'm not trying to be a mean person, but it's like, bro, why do you fight like you have no sense? I swear he should have beat Charles the first time. You know, he should have beat Dustin Poirier. He should have been Justin Gaethje. He should have beat all these guys. He would have given Islam Makhachev a fight that people would not believe. Like a way harder fight than Volk. I believe it. And it's because he has every good, like, there's nothing he does poorly except for, like, he kind of just fights like an idiot and does that stupid thing where he runs around, runs away from Charles. He did in the first fight, and the second fight, he's just running. I don't know, bro. It's like his fight IQ is just not it. For this talent, the pure talent, the raw athleticism, first of all, he's athletic as fuck, doing flying knees, backflips off cages. You can already see the athleticism is there, all right? And then he has the power. Then he has the wrestling. So you have everything. And his chin's not horrible. Like, he eats some shots, he gets back up, he recovers, but, like, of course he's been finished before, but my point is he's very well rounded. I think he would have been the best. He would have been who could stop this guy if he had good fight IQ? Imagine him with Jones' fight IQ. Brother, this guy's not, you can't beat him, brother. I literally think it's impossible to beat him. Like if he had Jones' fight IQ or some other crazy fighter's fight IQ, but he throws away fights himself. So I don't really feel bad for you, dude. Like I want to feel bad more, but like, he should have beat everyone he's ever fought in the UFC, you know what I'm saying? But he does it because it's fight IQ. He still beat people like Dan Hooker with bad IQ and Tony Ferguson, but you know what I'm saying? You could get away with that because they like to scrap sometimes, so they might fall into your tricks. But you know, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, and like Charles Oliveira, they're more seasoned in the UFC, so you got to have some like more fight IQ for them, or it's never gonna work. I was really disappointed in his last fight, bro. He surprised me. I know he's had some time off. That also like paid effect to it, but his fight IQ has not shown any considerable improvement since I've seen him in the UFC. Bellator, I'll be real, he never fought with good fight IQ. Let's keep that real. But it's just like, why though? He could have been so much better. That's my opinion. But yeah, this is the perfect example of someone who could have been unstoppable, but their Achilles heel is just stopping them. Moving on to the next guy, Ciryl Gane. This one's a no-brainer. I feel like everyone kind of knows if Ciryl Gane had wrestling or takedown defense, first of all, he would have destroyed Francis Ngannou. Brother, Ngannou, I love you, brother, but Ngannou is one of the best strikers, if not one of the most dangerous strikers in UFC history across all weight classes. Ciryl Gane was out striking him, out pointing him, just showing he's a superior striker. And Ngannou's been in there with some crazy strikers like Overeem, like Stipe, knocked them all out. But like when he went against Ciryl Gane, there was a distinct difference. I actually believe there's some fighters who are just way ahead of their generation. And Ciryl Gane's way ahead of his generation in the striking realm. I really believe so. And I feel like he's just that good. So but like the negative to that is that like you have great striking, you have good cardio. Like he doesn't really fatigue. He still throws his, and he doesn't fatigue. He's always bouncing too, light on his feet. It's crazy, nice movement. But then you have no wrestling, so it's like people can just go in there and like destroy you, embarrass you. It's kind of sad, honestly. Like I hate that. Cyril Gane has that deficiency, and I could have put Rebellious to Spain, but he's not in the UFC. But he's another good example of this. But like I also think like Cyril Gane's more of a seasoned striker than Rebellious, because Rebellious is kind of just throwing looping punches and like has a lot of power. But Cyril Gane's striking is not just power based; it's literally talent based. That's how I see it. So very unfortunate. I have to look at someone like Cyril Gane and say he would be on any kind of wrestling or takedown defense on this guy, he wouldn't be beatable. That's how I look at it. I really don't think Tom Aspinall wouldn't be able to strike with him. I don't care what anyone says. These guys just wouldn't be able to strike with him. Like he's just that good. He's been rocked before by Tai Tuivasa, like a hard hitter. He ate his punches, came back. You know what I'm saying? He's ate some flush punches from Francis Ngannou. He has a good chin, so I feel like his striking plus his good chin plus his movement plus his cardio, and if he had takedown defense, brother, this guy unstoppable. Nobody can touch Cyril Gane. He's like, you'll be a real bad man. You know, like this guy. And he's just corny. And I like how French he is. His Frenchness is kind of corny and funny to me. Like when he says corny jokes and laughs at himself in press conferences, we love that from you, dude. Like you would literally be unstoppable and a perfect person if you just, brother, if you know how to little bit defend. This is what I think, brother. So Cyril Gane, bro, with wrestling defense or takedown defense, any kind of wrestling, he would be one of the best, if not the best, or unstoppable, 100%. Moving on from Cyril Gane, though, the no hairline having French. Let's go on to this guy, Colby Covington, bro. His Achilles heel or his weakness that's stopping him from being unstoppable is his inactivity. It's inactivity. I don't know what's up with this guy, bro. First of all, yeah, dude, Kobe's like 36, 35, blah, blah, blah. Bro, there's so many people who are that age. Like Bilal Muhammad, I think Bilal's older than him. There's a reason Bilal isn't like as bad, because Bilal was more active than him. He would take like a year, like a one fight per year kind of thing. It was weird. Like he didn't use his prime accordingly. It was kind of, but he has great cardio, crazy pace, great volume striker. Like his striking accumulation is what gets to people. It's not that he hits hard. It's accumulation of strikes. It bothers people. And then I said great wrestler. Like he's just very good. He's very well rounded, and he has a good chin. Like he's taking some big shots from Usman, from Buckley. He eats them all. His inactivity screwed him. Like he's the reason he looks like the way he looks now. Against Buckley, like I thought it was 1-1, but either way, I don't like Kobe usually gets better as the fight goes, but I really thought Buckley was gonna just brutalize him as that fight goes. It's just like it's tough, man, with Kobe, because I think he has it all, man. I think he has it all, but he just threw it all away because, dude, I don't want to be active, dude. I'm just going to sit out, dude, and just wait for title shots. And, brother, you see what happens now? Like, he should have been champion. One of the best fighters, in my opinion, never won a belt. But when I say that out loud, people are like, who did he ever beat? He didn't beat anyone good. You know what I'm saying? He beat RDA when RDA was ranked number 2, but people don't care about that. Oh, RDA this. But I get it. I get why people try to gaslight you like he sucks. And it doesn't help that he's a bad guy and a dickhead. But he was really good, and I really feel like he's skill for skill. Like him in his prime was one of the best people, and if he was active and never stopped fighting when he was in his prime, he would have beaten all these guys. He would have beaten Buckley comfortably. He would have beaten Leon Edwards. That would never have been a loss. Like stylistically, his cardio pace and pressure would have broke Leon Edwards. It's just so disappointing to see this, honestly. Kobe got to wake up, man. I mean, it's too late now. I think like the inactivity already got to him to a point where like his division's starting to move on and he's starting to get complacent. Inactivity is a hell of a drug, bro. Like, don't take inactivity pills, man. Be an active fighter, bro. Go in there, brother, and let's wrestle. Poor Kobe Covington. He went from a real bad man to a real sad man, and this guy's kind of a laughing stock now. Everything he says, people don't even take him seriously. Like now his jokes are cornier than ever. It's like, brother, I can't be asked. It sucks to see, dude. I'll be real, but it is what it is. So Kobe Covington, he would have been unstoppable if he was an active fighter. It's that simple. Moving on. Paulo Costa, I said broken soul. You know what I'm saying? Was it inactivity and pullouts and all that? Yeah. But it all stemmed from the broken soul Adesanya gave him, bro. I swear, bro. Look at him before Adesanya. His overwhelming pressure. He had decent grappling enough to stuff takedowns, force stuff. He even like went for some submission attempts on tough, heavy hands. He's just a Chad, bro. He's Chad maxing. You know what I'm saying? And he had a broken soul, and it was after Izzy. If you guys remember, brother, I swear, I remember everything like an elephant, man. Like Izzy beat him up. He humped him. The hump is what broke him. It wasn't that he got beat up. Yeah, sure, that sucked. You're like, oh, I'm so used to running through everyone. I'm undefeated. I'm 13-0. I've never seen defeat in my life. Beating the hell out of everyone. And this guy beats the fuck out of me. Okay, maybe I could come back. And then Izzy humped him twice. Boom, boom. Back shots in front of the whole world. And I swear he made a video. He made a video after this, bro. I don't know who remembers it. I know I remember it. He was like, I didn't see what Skinny Cloud did after the fights. 100% just approve. He was so mad he got humped, and I swear that broke him. He ends up coming back to fight Marvin Victoria at 185. He can't make 185, and then they make it go to 205, a light heavyweight fight. That's how I knew his soul was broken. I'm like, why all of a sudden are you starting to do this, do that? Like, it's looking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing. He loses to him, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, I remember when he beat, what's his name? Luke Rockhold, who was so washed. And even in that fight, he didn't look that good. Then he takes 2 years off and comes back and fights Whitaker or something. It's like, bro, he didn't want it. After Izzy broke him, his broken soul just didn't want to fight anymore. He just wanted to be a Twitter merchant, talk shit on Twitter and make memes and say nigga all this, nigga that on Twitter and shit. And it's what broken souls do. And it sucks for him because he's really good. Like, he was really good before he got his soul broken. If Izzy never fought him, it's Izzy's fault, man. Chat, blame Izzy, bro. It's Izzy who broke this guy. It's the reason we're not seeing a prime or like a talented Paulo Costa, dude. We're seeing a broken soul, like, oh, dude, I fucking suck, dude. You know what I'm saying? Dude is not Cowabunga, bro. Like, he's not. This guy is just, I don't know, man. It sucks that someone could get broken this badly, and we don't talk about it enough. I think he went 13-0 to 14-4. Think about that. He's won 1 and lost 4 in his last 5 fights, something like that. Poor guy, man. It sucks to see, like I said, but it happens to some people, and it happened to Costa. Izzy took his soul and never gave it back. No refund on that shit. So yeah, Paulo Costa, that sucks for him. I hate that, and I love Paulo Costa, so it hurts me to even say this. I want him to come back and start winning, but I just look at like the next up people, and I'm like, they're gonna be Costa too. Like, Brahalo's probably gonna be Costa, you know. It's just like he doesn't have that dog in him. If somehow he channels that broken soul and does work on himself mentally, maybe we could see him come back and win. But I don't see that. I don't see that happening, bro. I'll be real. I don't see that happening. So broken soul forever, and he might as well retire. Moving on from Paulo Costa, though, we got Khamzat Chimaev. This one's weird because I feel like the only times we ever seen him struggle, of course, is when the fights didn't end in the first round. When the fights don't end in the first 2 rounds. And I said cardio was his Achilles heel, or like his biggest weakness. But it's a mix of things. And I'm gonna say, I said his AI generated wrestling is so good. Like, I said AI generated wrestling because his wrestling, if you told AI make me a fighter, but their wrestling and grappling skills are 10 years in advance, they're gonna make him. He's so much better than people and so strong. So his wrestling is not even close to anyone. And grappling too, he has good power. We've seen him put people to sleep, and he's quick. His quickness in his hands, his quickness in his shots, he's a beast. He's a workhorse. His cardio is actually not bad. I think it's a pacing issue. But I did have to put cardio because I guess like when the fight goes longer, the guys with better cardio kind of pick up on him. Gilbert Burns has horrible cardio, first of all. So Gilbert Burns should have no success against anyone as the fight elongates. But of course, Burns had success. Oh, they blame it on the weight cut. Okay, Usman. People say, oh, but he broke his hand against Usman. A broken hand's not going to affect your cardio. But I see why people try to cope. It is what it is. But yeah, his cardio is a problem. Like, it's not, but not okay. It's a problem. But I think it's still good. I just think it's how much energy he uses in the first round. It's going to get anyone tired. Any human being will get tired exerting that much energy in the first round. So it's like a cardio problem, but also a pacing problem. But if I'm Khamzat, I'm not changing. And I'm going to tell you why. Even though Usman fight was 3 rounds, sure, if the Usman fight was 5 rounds, maybe he would have lost, but it was a 3-rounder. You know what I'm saying? He did what Khamzat does best, destroy someone in the first round. And even though he looked like he lost those last 2 rounds, he wasn't like giving up on himself. He wasn't like Abus Magomedov maxing, just literally laying down and like the way Abus lay down and let Strickland finish him. He wasn't doing that. He fought to the end. He's gritty. So that grit's gonna help him. So I feel like he shouldn't change his fight style. I feel like he should do this every fight. 5 rounds, 10 rounds, doesn't matter, brother. Go in there and beat Khamzat Chimaev. And he gets out 99.9% of people anyways. But if you survive, he's not the type to give up on himself, but can you catch him a lot more? Can you hit him a lot more? Absolutely. But yeah, he honestly, if you imagine him with like Merab cardio, he would never lose. And like, I swear they would make it illegal to fight him. They would be like, brother, sign this if you want to fight this guy, brother. Sign a little bit, sign, brother, conform, and we can go. And no one's gonna sign that shit. So Khamzat Chimaev, I think he's unbeatable. Maybe his cardio is the only thing that could, like, negatively affect him, bro. So that's it, brother. And last but not least, I do want to address Jalen Turner, bro. He has so much good things going for him. The Kenny Okoye build, bro. He's built like the big Kenny, bro. I'm an inch taller than him, I'm pretty sure. And he's at 155, which is crazy. I bet he weighs around me on fight day, like 175, 180. I feel like that's how much he weighs on the fight night. So he has a Kenny Okoye build. You know what I'm saying? He should be, first of all, ain't no one with Kenny Okoye build should be losing, brother. Brother, auto build's special, brother. We're special human beings. So Jalen Turner has that build. Great striker and good defensive wrestling. He held, the only 2 wrestlers he went against that were really like kind of good on the better side was Matt Favola. He had him he went 4 for 12 against Jalen Turner because Jalen Turner defended well. And then Gamrot, which I thought he won that fight. And Gamrot's a good wrestler. We've seen Gamrot wrestle like Armin and et cetera, et cetera. And he held Gamrot to 4 for 12 in takedowns too. He's a good defensive wrestler. He has a good striking. He has a Kenny Okoye build. So what's he lacking is his killer instinct. He will have people hurt. He will have people compromised. And then he will just he doesn't have like the audacity or like the, I don't know. It's killer instinct's a big thing, you know. I seen Bo Nickel lack it too. It's like when you have someone hurt, like you don't jump on it enough or jump on it well. It's okay to go balls to the wall sometimes. Maybe he's scared of his cardio fatiguing, but when he had Dan Hooker hurt from a kick, could have finished that better. You know, when he had Moicano dropped and looked on his dead body, tried to chase a highlight reel, he should have just finished that. He needs that killer instinct to be the tarantula for real, dude. He needs, if he wants to live up to his name, tarantula, he's got to be a killer. He got to be gross and nasty and scary and just get these finishes, man. But instead, he lacks a killer instinct, so he just kind of walks off and just nonchalantly tries to, like, brother, you know, who this guy, brother? Yo, be confident, Jalen. It's frustrating with him. I can't lie. It's frustrating because I know how good he could really be, you know, but he just kind of lacks. He kind of lacks in that department. So if he had killer instinct, I really think Jalen Turner, brother, dale, brother, he'd be unbeatable, brother. So this is my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about Jalen Turner, but I really like his losses. When I look at his recent losses, I'm like, he should have won those fights. He should have beat Dan. He should have beat Moicano. Brother, you got to have more killer instinct, and he would be one of the best. He should be top 5 ranked now. Would he beat Islam? Probably not. But like my point is, he could beat a Charles, man. You never know. He could be like a Dustin and Justin if he just had more killer instinct. He has people hurt, you know, and just doesn't capitalize on it well. I do think his cardio is not the best, but like he does have the cardio to keep going. He's still tough, you know. He doesn't really give up on himself. But it just sucks to see someone with so much talent lack killer instinct, because if he had it, he would have been damn near unstoppable. But that's it for me, bro. Let me know what y'all think about these selections. You know what I'm saying? I made it a wide little range, you know, some strikers and wrestlers on here. I think I cooked, brother. You know, I'm a real bad man. I always cook, but let me know what you think down below. That's it for me, man, and God bless. 2, 3, 4.